back to my YouTube channel. Today in this video, I'm going to be showing you all how to make your own girl emergency kit and the things that I have in my girl emergency kit. So without further ado, let's get on to the video. So the first step to making your own girl emergency kit is having a pouch to hold all of your items in. So you can either buy a pouch or just have one lying around your house. So this is my pouch. It's a holographic More Than Magic pouch. I got this from Target. I do believe Target discontinued their More Than Magic brand. So I had this lying around my house since like 6th grade in my closet. And it didn't make much sense to buy another one because it was still cute and aesthetically pleasing for me. So like I said, you can either buy one yourself or have one lying around your closet. It's completely up to you. And now the second step is to really pinpoint all the things that you would need in case of an emergency. So let's say you tend to get bloody noses during the summertime, which is typically when school starts. Then I'd recommend packing tissues. Or let's say you typically wear eyeliner or mascara every day for school and it starts to rain and then your mascara is like all drippy and stuff. Then I'd pack like makeup wipes and extra eyeliner. So just make sure that you pinpoint all the things that you would need in case of an emergency and all the things that you want to have just to be prepared. So I definitely recommend that. And those are really the only 2 steps that you need to making your own emergency kit. I also would recommend looking online for inspiration, like the video that I'm doing, just to see what other people are putting in their emergency kit, just in case you need some inspiration. So that would also be helpful to making your own kit. Starting off with my front pouch, or I guess this would be like the top pouch, I have some Kleenex. I typically do get bloody noses when it's kind of hot. And when I start school, the temperatures are pretty high. So bloody noses are pretty regular for me during school. So I definitely had some Kleenex so I don't have to get up in the middle of class or go to the nurse's office per se. Even if you don't have bloody noses, everybody will still have their nose running at some point, maybe when it's cold, allergies. So I definitely recommend getting some Kleenex. I got this from the Dollar Tree actually. So that was definitely a staple for my girl kit. And then also I do have this hand sanitizer. This is lavender scented and it smells really good actually. And it's 70% alcohol, hand sanitizer, antibacterial. And I got this from Dollar Tree as well. It made sense to go to Dollar Tree to get hand sanitizer. You can go to Target, Rite Aid, Walmart. All those things have like little minis because I definitely wouldn't recommend bringing a big jug of hand sanitizer and a tiny pouch because you're trying to save space and you're not trying to have such big quantities of things. So this is my hand sanitizer and I got it from the Dollar Tree. So along with those 2 items, I do have a claw clip. That is another thing that I would recommend. Not everything in here I would recommend for everybody because everybody has different needs. But a claw clip, it's definitely beneficial if it's hot and you don't want your hair to sweat, or if you just are trying to focus and your hair is getting in your way, then I definitely would recommend getting a claw clip, a scrunchie, or hair tie, anything to put your hair up in case it's in your way or it's distracting for you. So along on the topic of hair, I do have this Eco Gel inside of a little container. That's another thing when making these girl kits. I wouldn't recommend getting big jugs of like items to put in your little tiny kit. So I definitely recommend going to the Dollar Tree and getting little squirting bottles. And so I just put some gel in this bottle with like a funnel. Also, still on the topic of hair, I did get this brush from the Dollar Tree, but I just got a brush. You never know. You could also get a comb too. You never know when your hair might be out of place and you need to brush it back, or your hair might be tangled so you need to brush that out. So I believe that is all that I have on like the topic of hair, I suppose. Now I got lotion. Now this is something that I would recommend for pretty much anybody. Lotion, you never know when you might be ashy. You might not want to be ashy in the middle of class. So lotion is definitely a good recommendation. I also got this from Dollar Tree. It is their mini travels, the Jergens lotion. This lotion actually smells really good. They had it in the Jergens cherry flavor as well. So definitely recommend getting some lotion. Then I also have a mirror. Now, there's not a lot of things that I would recommend, but this is something that I highly, highly, highly recommend for anybody, really. You never know when you might have something hanging out of your nose, or you might have an eye booger or toothpaste from early in the morning, and let's say class is over and it's passing period time. You don't necessarily want to be passing in passing period when you have like crust on the side of your mouth, and nobody really does tell you. That's happened to me numerous times. And nobody really does tell you, hey, you've got something hanging out of your nose or you have an eye booger. So, as opposed to just walking around the school with an eye booger or some crust in your mouth, I definitely recommend getting a mirror. So after class, you can always just kind of like hold it in your hand if you don't want it to be so obvious that you have a mirror, or just pull it out in the bathroom. Make sure you don't have anything on your face. That's something I'd recommend. Just having a mirror so you can be able to tell if you have something on your face. And then I have chapstick. You never know when your lips are going to be dry. And even if you might be wearing a mask, I don't like the feeling of dry lips on a mask. So I definitely recommend chapstick for anyone as well. And that is all that is in my top pouch. And now I'm going to show you guys what is on the bottom pouch. As soon as you open up inside, you have, a couple of Band-Aids. So for me, if you need more than like one Band-Aid, then you probably should be calling home or going to the nurse's office. So I just recommend having a Band-Aid. You never know when you might paper cut yourself. Or you never know when you might have a paper cut, and they kind of really hurt when you don't have a Band-Aid on it. So I definitely recommend having some Band-Aids just in case you don't want to go all the way to the nurse's office just to get a Band-Aid. It might not be that serious. But if you need more than two, then it probably is that serious, and you probably should go to the nurse's office. And I also have antibacterial wet wipes. You never know. You can also use these on your hands and face if you want to. These are from the Dollar Tree as well as the Band-Aids, so you can clean up your cut or your paper cut, or you might just want to clean your hands from yucky germs. So I definitely recommend having some antibacterial wet wipes, but then again, you have to do your research on what matters to you in your girl kit and what you will need. Some people might not need the stuff that I will. Like for instance, I have a mini toothbrush. Someone might not need that because they don't have braces. Food can get stuck in my braces a lot easier than those who don't have braces. So I just have this little toothbrush head from the Dollar Tree. I got a pack of 4, so in case this one decides to get all nasty and disgusting, I can just switch it out. It's white from the Dollar Tree. It's simple, but it's a staple for me. Alrighty. Now, on the topic of oral care, I have a pack of gum. I got this from the Dollar Tree as well. They had like a big pack, so I only would probably need like a little pack. And that's another thing with these girl kits. You can always like replace the things that you ran out of. So let's say you got paper cut and you don't have any more Band-Aids. Well, I'd go home after school and fill it up with more Band-Aids. So this is extra gum. It's from the Dollar Tree as well, like I said. And they have a big pack of these. So I just took a tiny little pack and put it in my front pouch. Next would come in. These are also from the Dollar Tree. These are the Lifesaver mints. Lifesaver mints are one of the best mints in my opinion. Like this video if you guys agree. Lifesaver mints are definitely just really, really, really good. So if you're in like elementary school or a high school that doesn't let you have gum, then I definitely recommend getting mints to make sure that your breath can still be fresh. Even if you have like a chicken tuna sandwich and you just finished brushing your teeth with your toothbrush head, now you can pop a couple of mints and get some gum if you're allowed to, and your breath will be fresh. Little toiletries for, you know, that time of the month. I don't really need to explain why someone would need that. If you know, you know. Anyways, so that is in the front pouch. I have my AirPod case. I'm not 100% sure if certain schools allow you to have AirPods. But you never know when you might be at lunch and your friends aren't there, or you just like sitting alone by yourself and you want to listen to music. So that's kind of like you have to cater that towards you. I don't know if your school allows you to do that. You just kind of have to understand your school rules and make your kit that applies to those rules. So along with that, I have some Q-tips. I don't know why I said along with that, because AirPods and Q-tips don't really have the same correlation. It's not important. I have some Q-tips from Dollar Tree. I don't think I need to tell you where my AirPod case is from. I mean, it's either from Apple or Amazon. So yeah, I have these Q-tips from Dollar Tree as well. You never know when your eye makeup might get messed up, or you've got something, you need to clean your AirPod case. I don't know. It's just always good to have things that you might not need just in case of an emergency. So I also this is also, you have to cater this to your needs. I don't know how comfortable people would be feeling. Just bring like a small amount of money, like $5 at max, and your like girl emergency kit. You never know when you might need it. It's just always good to be prepared. This kit is just for emergency purposes. So I have $1. I might have more. I'd have to see like the first day of school if I even would need $1. So that's something you'd have to kind of cater towards your school and how comfortable you feel with bringing money to school. I'm not saying bring like $100 to school. That would be a little excessive, in my opinion at least. I'm just saying do what works for you, what's comfortable for you. And so this is the last thing that I do have. I have this deodorant. It's kind of large, and I do understand that, and I do believe that I said early on, don't bring like a big bucket of something, but I use aluminum-free deodorant, so I couldn't find a little mini aluminum-free deodorant, and so Tom's is the only aluminum-free deodorant that I know of as of now. So it's one of those things where I might just have to bring a giant stick of deodorant. I've seen that they have like little mini Doves and things like that, but I don't use that deodorant. So to those who do use like other deodorants and they have minis, that I definitely recommend getting a mini than a big stick. But that's just me. That's in my comfort zone. So those are all the things that I have in my girl emergency kit. I'm going to put a list of some of the things that you can put in yours in case none of this really resonates with you, it doesn't apply to you. Some of the things that I would also maybe later on in life, not later on in life, but down the road would add in my girl emergency kit would be like eyeliner and mascara. That's extra things. That's more like a makeup bag, and I don't foresee myself trying to reapply makeup at school, but I don't know. So that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be having next week's video, Sunday, 12 p.m. It is going to be a clothing haul from, it's not all from Shein, some from H&M, so stay tuned for that. Some of the back to school videos that I will be doing will be what's in my backpack, tips for 8th graders, what's in my girl emergency kit, getting ready for the first day of high school vlog, and clothing haul. So if any of that appeals to you, then make sure that you check out my videos Sunday, 12 p.m. because anything related to back to school, I'm doing it. See you guys next time. Have an amazing day. Bye.